Straight ahead on WBKB News at 6, students are recognized for receiving scholarships at the Aplex.
Plus, the Sunrise Bicycle Tour begins today.
And an open house jamboree at the Aplex tomorrow. We'll have those stories along with your local weather and sports. The news that affects you starts now.
From Rogers City to Tawas City and all points in between. This is Northeast Michigan's award-winning news team. We are your source for news, weather, and sports. We are WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Lindsay DeLucia.
And I'm Bethany Ricciardi.
After receiving the verbal go-ahead in November to go along with plans to build a new terminal, the Alpena County Regional Airport was surprised when the notion was suddenly taken back. In March, the FAA changed plans on the terminal that was to be built at the Alpena Airport, improving its conditions to cater to travelers with more space, better parking, and more vendors. The new terminal was projected to be 18,000 square feet, much larger than the now 6,000 square foot one that was built in 1952. The airport is currently still working on plans despite the changes from the FAA.
Well, we haven't given up, not at all. The FAA agreed that the area that we're working out of is too small. The TSA requirements are minimal, to say the best. And they've been building new terminals in Michigan for the last 20 years, and there's no reason why Alpena shouldn't be a part of that process.
As a result, the FAA will be coming to the airport in August to do another evaluation of the terminal and the pavements to determine if the project is viable.
The Sunrise Bicycle Tour kicked off their start this morning with an early breakfast before hitting the roads. Bicyclists from all over gathered this morning at ACC to get breakfast before their start on the bike tour. Traveling at their own pace, the participants will choose from 3 different routes: short, medium, or long rides. Every 10 miles, the riders will be supported with those stops for those who need assistance. This is the 4th year that Alpena has hosted the event, and about 148 people signed up for the tour. The riders will be provided with a place to lodge overnight, giving them some time to rest before starting the next day of cycling.
It's just a great way to see our state, see this area, make new friends. There's just a lot of benefits and pluses. I really like organized rides. So you have a route and planned stops, and it's a good, safe way to ride.
The Sunrise Tour is a 3-day ride and highlights the Thunder Bay area and is a loop tour.
About 30 students and their families gathered at the Aplex today for the 20th Annual Scholarship Recognition Luncheon. The Community Foundation for Northeast Michigan welcomed mostly high school seniors or recent graduates who have received the different scholarships our area offers, like the Carsey Ackerman Scholarship and the Big A Award. Along with the students, the founders of each scholarship attended the luncheon where they could meet those students who will be benefiting from their monetary gifts.
We also want to have a chance to have a brief conversation with the students that are receiving scholarships and remind them that in most cases they're getting a gift from a complete stranger.
One of those is the Jesse Besser Scholarship, which gives $1,000 each year of school to 9 students pursuing an undergraduate degree.
We have always wanted to invest in the youth. We find that scholarships are an excellent way to do that. We believe that that, in the end, helps not only the student, but will also help the economy in the area that we live in.
The Community Foundation for Northeast Michigan serves a total of 9 counties, including Alpena, Alcona, Montmorency, and Presque Isle. WBKB 11 meteorologist Adam Claiborne is here with a first look at the weather for us. Adam?
All right, well, good evening, ladies. We'll be seeing another nice day tomorrow because it looks like the rain holds off. Let's take a look at our current conditions outside as we are at 65 degrees. Seeing a lot of sun, not quite as warm as where we should be, but still very pleasant outside. Winds out of the southeast at 9 miles per hour across the nation, seeing temperatures in the 60s and in the 70s as you go farther to the south, 82 degrees in Memphis. And for your hour-by-hour forecast this evening, we'll see temps continually drop into the 60s, the 50s, and maybe even the 40s as we wake up tomorrow morning. I know this morning was pretty chilly as we started off right at 40 degrees, but it looks like it's going to be a similar story for us as we start off tomorrow morning with a few clouds in the area, but we should see more clouds as we head into the rest of the afternoon on Saturday. Rain, though, stayed well off to our south, down into Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Kentucky. Saw a lot of the heavy rain as well. But our next system is going to come in over the weekend. But for tonight, it will be quiet. tomorrow, rainless. We'll see more of that rain as we head into Saturday night. And does that linger on into our Father's Day? Well, we'll have that forecast for you, as well as a complete look at the rest of the 7 days here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Adam. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow, the Aplex will be hosting an open house jamboree where anyone in the community can come take part in all the facility has to offer. People can enjoy different activities tomorrow like yoga, gymnastics, tennis, and pickleball, and there will also be free food and soda provided for everyone. This is the first jamboree the facility has held, hoping to make the community aware of not only the different things it has to offer, but all the various options they have to stay active while having fun, especially as the warmer months roll around.
It's just another way for people to stay active during the summer, especially when it's rainy outside or it's really, really hot and humid. Just come inside. It's very, very air conditioned inside here. It's a very nice facility. We just want to show the public all the things that we offer here.
Tomorrow's event is completely free, and if you're interested in getting a membership with the Aplex, you can call them at 989-354-6164.
Last week, Leadership Alcona held a press conference to discuss the lack of internet service in the area. Since then, members of the community have eagerly reached out to the group to participate in the survey. In order to make a difference in the low internet providers in Alcona, Leadership Alcona is sending out surveys to the residents in the area. The surveys will also be made available in paper form in businesses around town, such as the library, the county buildings, and restaurants in Hubbard Lake, Glenny, Greenbush, Harrisville, and Lincoln. Leadership Alcona wants the public to know that the surveys are available inside businesses that have an Alcona broadband survey sign on the window.
Just important that you get an address, and if people aren't comfortable giving an address, we just ask for their street and then 2 crossroads so we can locate where they're at on our map, because that's what this is all about, is mapping where there is internet service.
At least 1,000 surveys must be completed in order for the group to map where the service is available in the area. The survey is available on Leadership Alcona's Facebook page at facebook.com/leadershipalcona. Once completed, participants can email the survey to leadershipalcona@gmail.com.
There's more news ahead for you here on WBKB 11. Meteorologist Adam Claybon will have the details on the weather.
And also ahead in tonight's Health Watch, how a diet that mimics fasting may benefit your health. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. In national news tonight, South Carolina's governor wants prosecutors to seek the death penalty for the gunman charged with killing 9 people at an historic black church. Dylan Roof just faced a judge who set $1 million bond for a weapon charge, but Roof must remain behind bars because of the murder charges he faces. Craig Boswell has the latest from Charleston.
Dylan Roof faced a judge via video link from the Charleston County Jail this afternoon.
What is your age?
21.
He's charged with 9 counts of murder and possession of a weapon, accused of killing Pastor Clementa Pinckney, 3 other ministers, and 5 parishioners at Emmanuel AME Church. Family members addressed Roof.
You hurt me. You hurt a lot of people. But God forgive you. And I forgive you.
Law enforcement sources tell CBS News that Roof made incriminating statements linking him to the shooting when arrested. A friend says he often talked about hurting people.
It was a race thing because he had told me that it was that the black people were taking over the country and that he wanted it to be segregation.
Investigators are looking into whether the shooting rampage at this historic church should be prosecuted as a hate crime. There are also calls for South Carolina to stop flying the Confederate flag.
While a lot of issues are going to come up, my job as governor is to bring everybody back together. We've got to heal.
9 white ribbons were placed outside the Emmanuel AME Church in tribute to the victims. A prayer vigil is scheduled for this evening. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Charleston, South Carolina.
On Sunday, all churches in Charleston will ring their bells at 10 a.m. in a show of community support.
In your Health Watch this evening, a diet that may help to slow the aging process. California researchers are promoting the health benefits of a diet that mimics fasting. Doctors report periodic low-calorie fasts lasting 4 days help slow the aging process in mice and reduce cancer and other medical problems.
A new CDC study suggests more than a third of children across the country whose parents smoke cigarettes may be exposed to dangerous secondhand smoke at home. Researchers in Wisconsin found only 60% of parents have established voluntary smoke-free rules at home.
And chances are the more you sit, the more anxious you are. That's according to researchers in Australia. 5 of 9 studies found low-energy activities such as watching TV, working at a computer, or playing electronic games increased the risk of anxiety. Meteorologist Adam Claybon is keeping an eye on that weather for us. Adam?
Oh, well, thank you, ladies. Yes, it was a beautiful day today. We saw lots of sun, although temperatures were below seasonal values, and it's almost summer, so things should be starting to warm up, right? Well, tomorrow's going to be the last day of spring. We'll see summer come in on Sunday at 12:38 p.m. on June the 21st, which actually coincides with Father's Day. And we'll take a look at that forecast coming up here in a few seconds, but for tonight, it will be mostly clear and a little cool with temperatures dropping into the 40s once again for us, as we were at 40 degrees on the dot here in Alpena as we dropped all the way to that low. But into the afternoon on tomorrow, temperatures will warm quickly. We'll see more of the clouds heading into the evening, but we'll stay dry. It looks like the rain comes in by tomorrow night, and then we'll expect maybe some isolated chances of rain by Father's Day, but it doesn't look to be a complete washout for us one bit. Your current temperatures in the lower 60s in Rogers City at 62, 66 in Atlanta, 67 in Mile, and at 64 right now in Tawas City. And for your current winds coming in from the east at 10 in Harrisville, 12 in the northeast in Oscoda, southeast at 8 in Mile, and Atlanta at 7 miles per hour. And here's a look at that forecast for you on Father's Day. We'll see some sprinkles, so not widespread rain, not even expecting that much heavy rain. It looks like most of the rain should be during Saturday night. Temperatures will be in the lower 70s. Any outdoor plans that you might have, it should be okay on Sunday. You don't have to cancel them. And if you may be heading out to the beach, well, that's going to be nice for you as well, especially on Saturday. Temperatures in the lower 70s out on the lake. Winds out of the southeast at 10 knots, and we'll have waves less than a foot. For us on Sunday, starting to see more of a northwesterly component to the wind, so that'll start to drag down some cooler air. Only slightly cooler for us out on the lake, though, at 69 degrees. Still seeing same wave heights and water temperature still around the upper 50s, so pretty chilly out there. If you're going to get in there, you might want to get in there and then jump right back out. Your futurecast model throughout the night, mostly clear skies, leading to a chilly evening with temperatures in the low to mid 40s for overnight lows as we head into the rest of our Saturday, expecting that clouds will be on the increase. This is right around noon, the lunch hour. More of the clouds on the way in from the west. Rain chances holding off until we get into the evening hours. There goes that blob of rain right there. This is 1 a.m. Sunday morning, so starting to see it come in, but even with that, not seeing a lot of widespread heavy rainfall. It doesn't look to be the case for us as we go into late Saturday night and early Sunday morning, and maybe a few sprinkles for us early Sunday before seeing more of that clearing later on during the day. Tonight, dropping down to 43 degrees, mostly clear and calm for us. Here's a look at your tomorrow forecast. Partly cloudy, winds out of the south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. 75 in Hubbard Lake at 73 in Hillman, 75 in Lincoln, 76 degrees in Fairview, a warm 76 as well in Mile, and at 73 degrees in Tawas. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast throughout the evening. Starting off right around 64, we'll drop down to 43 degrees as we wake up tomorrow morning with a few more clouds beginning to push their way in, and your day planner for tomorrow topping off at 74 before dropping to 57 with more of that rain coming in tomorrow night. Saturday, nice. Sunday, slight chance, around 20% chance of seeing rain. That's your Father's Day and your first official day of summer. Monday, first full day of summer, we'll have rain for you with a 40% chance and temperatures in the upper 60s before clearing out next Tuesday through Friday.
All right, thanks a lot, Adam. And now it's time to take a look at today's photo of the day. Today's photo is sent in by David Elder.
This is a picture David took of Lake Huron from Besser Pines.
Beautiful picture. I mean, it looks like a beautiful day out there, and I've never been, out to see those types of trees. I've never seen them around here, so I gotta get out more.
Even from behind, it looks like a great view.
It's a great picture. Thanks so much, David, for sending us this photo. If you have a photo you'd like to send us, just email it along with a short description to news@wbkb11.com. And sports is coming up next, but first, John Scheidler is here with a preview for us. John?
In sports, we'll preview the Tigers game in New York and announce some local All-State athletes. And we'll sit down with Western Michigan recruit and recent Alpena graduate, Chris Madrinsky, for a little Q&A. This week, Alpena Wildcats pitcher Chris Madrinsky pitched at Comerica Park, part of the high school all-star team. But that's not the best news. He's not done yet. Chris is heading to Western Michigan to continue his baseball career as a pitcher. Today, I spoke with assistant coach Dave Myers and the 6'3" lefty that his teammates call SEMO.
Chris is a he's what high school baseball is all about. He's got the skill set, he's put in his time, he's worked, but he's out there playing. He enjoys it. He's got a great attitude, and he's willing to put in his time, and he's willing to work. He's very coachable. He listens, and he's a gamer. When you get the game going, he wants to be in those moments, and he likes being in those tough situations, and he enjoys the competition. So, when you look at that package, that's Western Michigan's getting a great kid.
Now that we know about Chris on the field, it's time to learn more about him off the field with a little game of Answer the Question.
What are some nicknames that have been given to you that are?
SEMO was the most popular one. That was probably the last 2 years of my career. I think Tim Atkinson got it from Craig Monroe, and he said it sounded kind of cool. Peanut was from Mr. Myers. I don't know where that came from. And Chipmunk because I had kind of like buck teeth in my freshman year, and some kid from downstate called me it, so the whole team called me it. So yeah.
Okay. Top 3 artists on your iPod right now.
I'm gonna have to say Childish Gambino, Drake's up there, and I think Jason Aldean.
Okay.
Really weird, just kind of, yeah.
All right, that's nice.
Creeped his way up there. So.
There you go. That's sneaky.
Yeah.
Favorite pitch to throw?
I'm gonna have to say my curve. I just like the movement on it. And I like throwing it against a left-handed batter because you kind of, every time I can get a guy to buckle up on his knees, it's kind of a good time.
Put the seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Best moment, greatest achievement, Little League, after Little League, high school.
Well, greatest achievement probably would be signing with Western, but I say the best moment would be on this field this year when we won the Big North Conference against Petoskey. That was probably the one moment that's going to stick with me through high school and my rest of my life, so it was a good time.
Modrinsky acknowledged his love for baseball and how grateful he is to have this game to help pay for a higher education. Let's stick with baseball. We have some All-State announcements. Casey Zakowski, the lone first-team All-State player. He's repping Rogers City. On the second team, Hillman Tigers ace pitcher and shortstop Ty Jones. Also on that team with Jones, another starter and shortstop for his team, Logan Huff out of Joburg. And rounding out the trio of aces and starting shortstop is Travis Sharp out of Posen. Move over to softball. All these names making first-team All-State. Jenna Van Dusen, the only Alpena Wildcat. In Division 4, we have the Posen duo of Jenna Hinska and Kayla Leonard. As for the Rogers City Hurons, we have 3 starters making the All-Star team, starting with third baseman and leadoff hitter Logan Fleming. Second is the catcher and cleanup hitter Sarah Meredith. And finally, the Rogers City pitching star Alexa Quain. While the only player to make the All-State team from the Final Four finalists Hillman Tigers was Vanessa Shook. After last night's game being postponed, Justin Verlander will make the start tonight, and Victor Martinez has been activated from the DL and will return to the lineup in New York against the Yankees. This is the second series between Detroit and New York, where the Pinstripes took the first 3 out of 4 back in April. With Verlander on the mound, Alfredo Simon had his start pushed back to Saturday, and Anibal Sanchez will start on Sunday. One other piece of news, Alex Avila told reporters today he plans to be back well before the All-Star break. And just a couple other notes there. We got the U.S. Open going on today, ladies.
Nice.
Top 5 right now. We got top 3. Jordan Spieth, Henrik Stenson, Dustin Johnson, all at 5 under. Tiger Woods did not make the cut for the first time in 7 years.
Yeah, and how's that 15-year-old doing?
I didn't check on the 15-year-old.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to call you out there.
That's all right. I'm being honest.
All right. Thanks so much, John. Don't go anywhere because coming up next on WBKB News, Adam Claiborne will join us for a final look at weather.
All right, well, welcome back. It looks like tomorrow morning is going to be a little chilly for us with temperatures in the lower 40s. I know, another cool day for us, but we'll see temperatures rise quickly back into the middle 70s for highs, dropping into the 50s by tomorrow night with more of the rain coming in, and we'll see some, maybe some spotty sprinkles as we head into Sunday. Father's Day should not be a washout. It should be actually mostly dry for us throughout the day. Monday, that's when better rain chances will arrive with temperatures in the upper 60s before Tuesday through next Friday looks to stay dry.
All right, thanks so much, Adam. And before we send you off, we want to introduce our newest addition to the team. We have a new reporter and weekend anchor, Bethany Ricciardi. So,
hi, everyone.
Bethany, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Pelham, New Hampshire. It's my first time ever being in Michigan, but the Alpena County looks really great, and I'm really enjoying it so far, as well as the team. I love being a part of it, so I'm looking forward to giving the community news that affects them.
So you'll be reporting during the week. She'll be out getting different stories, and then on the weekends, you'll see her as your weekend reporter. So she will be out at all of the events on the weekends. We know there's always a lot this weekend, especially. We're going to be out tomorrow, going a lot of places.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah, so if you see Bethany in the community, feel free to say hi.
I won't bite.
All right, great. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Bethany. We really appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to it.
We're excited to have you as part of the team.
Another New Englander in the crew, so I'm happy about that.
There you go.
That's what's important.
Go Red Sox.
You can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop on other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
Or be sure to check out us on our Facebook page and Twitter handle at WBKB11.
And that's all we have for you this evening. Be sure to catch us back here tonight at 11 for more.